Another story I want to cover, and you'll have to bear with me on this one because this one's going to get a little emotional. When I first heard the original story, and I'll just say this, I read a story that Haley Pullos was being temporarily recast as Molly because she was involved in a car accident and she needed time to recover. And of course, my first thought was, I hope she's okay. Hopefully, she can come back. She can be 100%. Glad to hear that she's okay. And this is just a temporary recast. But earlier this week, and it may have even been late last week, more news came out about what actually happened here. And for those of you who don't know, Haley Pullos she was involved in a car accident, but it was one of her own doing. Apparently, according to TMZ, she was drunk, got behind the wheel of a car, drove down the road, crossed a barrier, hit another car, ran from the scene of the accident, went down the road, and hit another car head on. The passengers, drivers in that other vehicle, all I've read is that there were major injuries. Thankfully, no fatalities upon impact. So, thoughts and prayers go out to those that were in the car that Haley collided with. Hopefully, they'll make full recoveries and go home to their families. I do have to say, there's just no way to be soft or sensitive or politically correct about this in any way, shape, or form. When I read the story about what really happened, I got pissed off. I really did. I went from, I hope Haley's okay, to, how the hell could you do this? I mean, this isn't just, oops, I made a mistake. You drive drunk, you hit somebody, you flee the scene of the accident, and you go hit somebody else. And then apparently it took the jaws of life to get Haley out of her car. And when the first responders were trying to pull her from her car, she became belligerent and violent, attacking the first responders, screaming at them, cursing at them. I won't say what she was reported to have said to the first responders. We'll leave that. But to me, there's no excuse for this. There's absolutely zero excuse for this, and I have zero tolerance for it. I'm glad that she's okay. I'll say that. I don't wish any ill will on anyone. I don't want to see anyone get hurt in a car accident. I have lost someone that I loved to a car accident when they got hit by someone who was drunk and they killed them on impact. So this is a very sensitive subject for me and one that I have zero sympathy for whatsoever. And Haley is facing felony charges on this, as I agree she should. I believe 100% Haley should go to jail for this. And this isn't a matter of should she keep her job or should she not keep her job. Fire her ass. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that offends you, if that upsets you, if you don't agree with that. I'm not playing cutesy here. Haley needs to be fired at the very least. I think she needs to go to jail. For doing what she did, she needs to go to jail. Now, I'm not saying she needs to go for 20, 30, 50 years. No. But she needs to go to jail. She needs to pay for what she did. And come to find out a day or two after the accident, her dad picks her up, takes her to Taco Bell, and then goes and puts her in a $2,600 a week country club rehab facility. Okay? Apparently this country club has horseback riding and fishing and yoga and all this cushy stuff. And I seriously hope, I really hope Haley is taking this seriously. It does, just on the surface, it doesn't sound like she is. It sounds like this is one of those Hollywood celebrity I'll check myself into rehab so that I don't get too much jail time when I have to go in front of the judge. So that I can go and say, hey, yeah, I really took this seriously. I immediately checked myself into rehab. I know I have a problem. I took care of it on my own. I went to rehab for 30 days, and I know I screwed up. And Your Honor, I am so sorry, and this will never happen again. And there's a slap on the wrist, and you're free to go. I pray that's not what happened. I pray that she takes this with the utmost seriousness that this deserves, because this is not a laughing matter. This is not a joke. This is real life. She could have killed people. That's how serious this is. Okay? And again, you don't have to agree with me on this. You can say, well, yeah, she screwed up, but she didn't kill anybody. So she's young. She made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. No. Cutesy time is done. When you drive drunk, hit somebody, run from the scene of the crime, of the accident, and go hit somebody else head on. Cutesy time is over at that point. Lock her up. Make her take this seriously. I don't think going to Malibu at some $2,600 a week country club rehab facility is taking it seriously. That's just my opinion. But as far as I'm concerned, as an actress, I think the world of Haley Pullos. I think she is a tremendous young actress, beautiful young lady, has the entire world in front of her, and can accomplish so many great things. But when it comes to something like this, folks, I have zero tolerance and zero sympathy. She needs to be fired. Period. Full stop. She cannot keep her job over this. Apparently, they fired Tyler Christopher years ago for DWI or DUI, whatever he had. The same thing needs to happen to Haley. I know she's politically correct, and I know she aligns with a lot of the people at ABC television. There's got to be zero tolerance for something like this. I'm sorry, folks. Very rarely will I be this harsh towards somebody, and I don't believe in attacking actors for what they do on screen. I think that's the wrong thing to do ever, and you will not hear me say that. I believe if you're good enough to be on television, you are talented, period, point blank. You're talented. You deserve to be on television if you're on a television show like General Hospital. No issue with that whatsoever. If a character sucks, if a storyline sucks, that is not on the actor. 100%, in my opinion, you're only as good as what you're being given to work with, and that's the bottom line. So this is nothing to do with the character of the show. This has to do with the person, and I respect Haley Pullos' talent. I respect her ability, but I'm sorry, zero sympathy when it comes to this. She has to go. She has to lose her job over this, and she should go to jail.